Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So my name is Nushaira binti Masroor, message number 70 DDT 21.014. So today we'll present about mini project. So for the I create the helper for the SQL database, and then the table name is patient, ID column, name column, ID number, column ID number, column phone and column address. I declare lah. And then database name information. So I create the table. ID is auto increment. Name, ID number, phone and address. So in on create the execute the SQL statement to create the table. And then for the main activity, so this is the SML activity main. So user I declare username and password is admin, username admin, password admin. So for the Java, the edit text username, password and button login. So I initialize the edit tag and button, txt username, txt password and btn login. So I create the on click listen login. So the login get apa yang user masukkan username and password. So the get text. And then I declare the username is admin and password admin. So if success, the main activity go to the activity B. And then I use intent. So if else, display the error message invalid credential. So next I pass to Christina.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fatima Kasnamit Rashid and my metric number is 17 DDT 21F1022. So now for my part is to explain about the DB Manager, activity B and activity B.java. For the first one, I will explain for the DB Manager. Manager, we're using the DB helper, context and the database. And then we create the content values for to insert the name, ID, phone, and address. And then we insert the value into the table. Next, we select the desired column from the table and we move the cursor to the first row. Next, I will explain for the activity B for the XML. And this is the activity B XML. We're using the relative layout. And in this XML, we have the list view and the text view only. And for the activity B.java, we have using the DB Manager, list view, and simple cursor adapter. For the DB Manager, we instance of the DB Manager class. And for the list view, to display the data, and the simple cursor adapter to adapt the bind data to the list view. And then for the final string, we using array specifying to the column names to retrieve the data from the cursor. And then after we retrieve the data, we using the array specifying the resource ID of the views to bind the data. Next, for this one is DB Manager. We initialize the DB Manager, and then we open the database connection, and then we retrieve data from the database. Next, for the list view, we initialize the list view, and then we set the empty view for the list view. For the adapter, we notify the adapter that the data has changed, and we set the adapter for the list view. And then we get text from view record, which is the ID number, name, ID, phone, and address. Next, for the on options item selected, if the record menu item is selected, we'll start the add record activity. And then for the this one is for the add record, and this one is for the logout. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Razika binti Mat Yunus and my metric number is 1798. So for my part, I will present add, record and modify activity. So we go to add record first. So here I declare button, edit text, and also call the DB manager. And we declare all the element that we use, such as name, ID, phone address, also the button add, and the DB manager. This coding is for initialization the DB manager and also to open the database connection. So we use the set on click listener to set the add button. In the on-click view, we use final string name to enter the name, also ID number, phone number, and address. We use db.insert name, ID number, phone number, and address to insert the record into the database. The main new intent and call the add record dot this activity v dot class. This is for to go to next page to start the activity v after we add the record. Next, modify activity.java. So we declare all edit text button, also we call the video. Here we call private long underscore ID, and then here we put on create save instance state, and also set the title for modify record. Next, we call the DB manager, and then we also call the button update, and also call it when we put ID name, ID number, also phone and address. So here we declare the element by name, ID, phone number, address, update, and also we declare the text for the element to display. Next, for the button update destination, when we click the button delete, we return to home. Last, find the final destination, we call the intent home underscore intent to get the destination to activity v dot class. That's it for me. Next, I will pass to Shahira.
So for the output, I enter the username and password admin. So I click login. So if admin error, username error, Windows invalid credential, and if I click login, so add record, then I put the name, ID number, and phone number, and address. So if I add record, so this is the database yang ada dekat table tu lah. And then I click the to update or delete. So I update name and address. So I click update. So the database update lah apa yang kita masukkan tu. And then I try to delete. So the database delete. And then I log out. So go to the main page. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.